Hi, my name is Mark Williams. I'm a horticulture professor at the University of Kentucky, and I work closely with organic growers of vegetable crops. Fighting off insect pests and diseases is one of the biggest challenges organic growers face in growing cucurbit crops like melons and squash. Spun-bond row covers really help to protect organic cucurbit crops by creating a barrier between the crops and the pest. But a big drawback of row covers is that they take a lot of labor to put on and take off. With funding from the USDA Specialty Crop Research Initiative, a team at the University of Kentucky and Iowa State University is testing field equipment that has the potential to take much of the labor out of handling row covers. The goal is to develop machines that work smoothly with the row covers. Here's a look at our starting point, where we're beginning to analyze the performance of existing machinery. Our first task was to mechanize the laying of wire hoops and row covers while also securing the edges of the covers against wind damage and insect entry. The first device we tested was a tunnel layer from the Mechanical Transplanter Company that was designed to lay clear polyethylene plastic covers. Mark Hanna, Agriculture and Biosystems Engineering Professor at Iowa State University, and myself modified the tunnel layer to make it work with spun bond row covers to deploy wire hoops and row covers in one pass. Our first field test in the summer of 2013 uncovered plenty of technical problems. Let's take a close look at the wire grabbing mechanism. Occasionally, the hydraulic clamps that grab the wire hoops failed to function properly. Here you can see an example. One clamp fails to close around the wire, so that the end of the wire does not get planted into the ground. Another problem is disc security. The disc must be tightened securely in place. Otherwise, they will turn inward against the soil and pull off the wire hoops that were set ahead of them. Watch now as we lay Agribond row cover fabric while simultaneously laying wire hoops. One person holds onto the material behind the machine at the start of the row. As the tractor advances, the material rolls off a spool. One or two additional people can follow behind to hold down the row cover edges with shovelfuls of soil.
The hoop layer lays each hoop automatically.
If the ends of the wire hoops are not properly set into the ground, as you can see here, then the Agribond can be problematic.
Yeah, Doug.
Another modification of the tunnel layer enabled us to set hoops, deploy the row cover, and bury the edges in a single pass. Two tires were placed behind the Agribond to keep it taut over the hoops and close to the ground. Behind those tires, two additional discs are added to sweep soil over the row cover edges. Here, the Agribond roll is set too low and tends to flatten the wires. If the wires in Agribond are set too low, there won't be enough growing space for the plants. Another way to hold down row covers was tested at Iowa State University. You can see the blue tubes that lay along the ground and outline the Agribond row covers. These are lengths of lay-flat irrigation tubing that have been filled with water and sealed to weigh down the edges of the Agribond fabric. The lay-flat is easy to handle when it's empty and can be filled and emptied in place. This method held up very well in windy conditions in Iowa during 2013. We're still in the early stages of working with systems to mechanize the handling of row covers. We're making progress towards a viable mechanized system, and will report on additional aspects of this work in other videos in this series.